Well, hello. Hope you enjoy this selection of bits and pieces. Having watched it through, I decided it would be a good idea if I did a narrative, particularly with the other one I'd seen as well. It's quite possible you'll hear strong wind noises in the background. It's blowing a gale down here on the marsh today. It is the 11th of March 2021, and these are just a clumped together group of clips of the various engines running out on the track. Uh, that prairie is going to be have the Great Western removed from it. It'll become a British Railways version, and I intend to renumber it 5190, which is pertinent to me. Just passing the two gas-fired the one gas-fired 4MT and the other one's the Stanley 8F, I think, in the corner there. The old Gronk coming up through with a petrol tank on the back. Lovely engine. I was going to renumber that, but I renumbered a coach the other day and I wasn't very impressed with what I did there, so I think those that can will be left alone. Flying Scotsman just pulling out. Hand of God comes in to change the point. In the background is the Countess with 3 Pickerings, but the Flying Scotsman's going to push these coaches back in a moment. You won't see that, and then run on the inner track, I think, and we'll have the Jubilee on the outer. There goes Scotsman on the inner track. It's got 8 on the back. Why have we got different coloured coaches in the rake? Because I'm a lazy person. I was too idle to go and dig out any more coaches, so we ended up, I think there's about 6 or 7 of the, or maybe probably 8 of the brown and cream, and something like 5 or 7 of the green ones. But here we are. Here's Perseverance, the Jubilee, going around, and she's got 1, 2, 3, 4. So only 4 on the back, and here comes Scotsman. She's coming through. So I think she's probably got 8 on the back, or 6. 1 or 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So a light day for her, really, but good for me. This next one, the little J71. I haven't converted this one to radio control yet, so the power is coming out of that mineral wagon behind. Now that's a mineral wagon I acquired over the last year from another person, and I didn't realise that they had the wires coming out of it the way they had, so it didn't quite tie in with mine. So there's a very attractive lump of converting cable between the engine and the mineral wagon, beautifully disguised, and it's black and red, which allows me to compensate for the differences. So there she comes, chugging around. Lovely little engine, peculiar little motor. I'll probably end up having to remotor her, but very nice. And she will eventually get her BR crest and number. She was at York, that one. Well, what's coming up next? Ah, yes, the Austerity tank. Couple of these, one with a high bunker and one with a low bunker. The low bunker's not on show in this one, though I think it'll probably come up if I do a part 3 or part 4. You'll certainly see it then. Again, this one's waiting for radio control. Adjustments have been made, and I don't think we've got the having to use the cable to adjust for this one, so it's a slightly better coupling between the wagon and the engine. Yes, that's better. I was going to paint one of these up in NCB blue for the Kent Coalfield because I got the Tilmanstone wagons, but I decided against it. What have we got here? Ah yes, here's 1403 with its auto coach. Fine little engine, that one. That featured in the part 1 before I changed the batteries. Here comes my Western Welfare. I do need to change the motor. I'm going to put powered axles on this and take away the motor that's on there. It's not as reliable as I would like, so that's due for a change. And here's our old friend the Gronk. I've decided to retain the number. I'm not going to change the number now, so that will stay as it is. And everyone's got to have a Gronk, I think. Here's another 1400, but this time gas fired. It's the Bowandy one. This one will be renumbered because I've already got the plates open for it. That'll become 1453. And here she comes again, I think, coming around the bend. Good performer, good stuff from Bowandy. I'm very pleased with that, though the 8F is proving a bit tiresome at the moment. Here's another Bowandy. This is gas-fired M7. This goes like a rocket, and it's got one of those throttles on it. It's all or nothing. I've got to try and cure that. Next up, the Gauge 1 Model Company's Spirit-fired Britannia. This was going to be Boadicea, but a very kind man in a village nearby has given me a set of plates for Tornado, so she'll become Tornado now. Excellent runner. At the moment she's not very well, as the gauge glass broke the other day, and it's not been warm enough for me to go in the shed and change it, but I will be doing that very, very soon. Lovely, lovely engine, beautiful runner, and enormous fun. Lovely stuff. I think rather more reliable than the originals were, but I'm not entirely sure. I did see the one at the Bluebell the other year, which was lovely. Here comes Perseverance, the Jubilee again. This time I was feeling a bit mischievous, so I put 21 of my mineral wagons on the back of her, plus the brake van, to see how she got on. Alan had recently put one of his Pico engines on, putting I don't know how many axles, and I thought I'd make a gesture towards it. So, doing a good job. Super engine. I've got to learn how to do weathering. The weathering on the wagons at the front is not me. I've not done any weathering yet. It is a skill I have to acquire. Also, I need to get some coal loads in there. Hello. First of all, there's no auto tanks. The next thing you know, they're coming by every 2 minutes. 1403 again. That's lovely engine, lovely auto coach. And here's the 4575. This one is to be renumbered. It will be numbered 5548. Again, only significant to me. Pulling the B set. This B set I got from Ken Wilkes last year, and very pleased with that. And here comes a Collet. This is a little bit of an oddball in the collection because it's 10mm. And which meant I kept my 10mm B set just to run with this engine, so that's fine. And coming up now, this is Dean Goods, and this is, for some reason when I was filming this, I'd hit the slow motion thing, so that's why it's crawling along like this. And in the clip coming up very shortly of the Webb coal tank, for some reason it seemed to go from fast to slow motion. I'm sure I wasn't commanding that, but then I haven't really got a clue what I'm doing with this filming lark. But yeah, lovely engine, the Dean Goods. I think everybody likes Dean Goods, with perhaps one or two exceptions, but in the main they're well liked. What have we got here? Oh yeah, Somerset and Dorset Railway 7F. Good engine, possibly being rehomed. I don't know what's going to happen with her at the moment. There's a very good chance she will be rehomed, but lovely engine if you like the Somerset and Dorset Railway, and one of the better sort of Midland engines really. And here comes the Webb coal tank. You see the way she sprinted in to start with, and all of a sudden we're into this slow motion bit. I even tried speeding up the clip. I'm no good at this editing, Lark, but I did try speeding the clip up. It would be even worse than watching paint dry if it was left at the original speed. You can see the deluxe converting cable between the mineral wagon and that there. Standard brake van. Oh, lovely. So, as she slowly draws around the bend, we'll move on, and the next engine coming up is the Adams Radial from the old Lyme Regis plant. she's a bit of a goer. I've got some nice carriages on their way for her to tow, and I look forward to their delivery in the not too far distant future. And here's the other terrier. I've got two of these. You saw 32655 Stepney in the earlier one. This one's Noel. She's doing a little chug round. Good little engine, and she'll be... I've got to try and sort out suitable carriages for her and for Stepney, but in the meantime she's quite happy taking that 7-plank RCH wagon. Here comes 4575 class again, I think, to be 5548. I do like the small prairie. Well, I like the prairies, and I've got a number of them. But, sad old fool that I am. Working tail lamps are courtesy of Chris Devonish's idea. Here comes the Ginty. Everyone had one of these out of their trying train set on one stage. And the Black 5. Shed code's missing from the Black 5 because I couldn't remember what it was. This was just after I'd fitted radio control and sound to it. I did do a revision to it later on, which I think I indicated one of those. I see it's just about to put the points right as it goes through there. That's clever. You might have seen my previous inability to set the road for things. I've got to remove the boiler bands on the firebox to get that correct. Here's the old Black 5. She is a bit reluctant. I'm going to sort her out. She's one of my favourite engines and a little bit troublesome at the moment, but she will be cured. Off goes the Ginty. She's picked up the 7-plank RCH. There's a couple of crates of chickens in the back there and a couple of cases and things. But, good, steady engine. Quite a powerful little engine, that one as well. I was messing about the other day, and she's quite happy to romp away with 6 on the back without any trouble at all. And coming up now, we've got the Live Steam Large Prairie. This is an Accugraph model. First class model. Very, very good indeed. About to blow off. Very good. And here's the Drury Class 3 tank. It's operating in the dark. I'd converted this into a battery control vehicle, this carriage, plus putting the lights in it and stuff. And so I use that Drury, which I've yet to convert to radio control, with using the carriage to provide the power for it, and to see how it goes in the light. You'll see it'll come to an abrupt halt in a moment. This is because, foolishly, I have put my throttle control on the aileron thing, and if my brain doesn't keep in gear, then I let go of the lever, and of course everything stops dead. I will cure it. And here's the Spirit-fired Class 4 MT, one of the best locomotives ever designed in the UK. I think superb, and this is a superb model. For some reason I don't seem to have included the gas-fired one in this video. I don't know why not, but there we are. And here comes Tornado again. Tornado the Britannia, that is, not the A1, I think it is the other one. Here's the two 4MTs part up. Here's the M7. This really has got legs. Goes like very good load puller. I've got to find a different way. I think I'm going to have to get the roof to be one of those fold over types so that I can leave it on and flick it over just to get the regulator. It's a bit awkward getting the roof in and out on that one. There goes the gas-fired 1400 off round the corner. And here's the Adams. If you think of the Red Arrows doing their displays in the past, we're about to see this and the Prairie do their bit. Whee! I prefer my engines not to be going this fast, but these two seem to have taken it into their head to go like the clappers that day for some reason. I can't think why. Lovely engines though. And Here comes the other Britannia, the gas-fired one now. This one is 7000 Britannia. Another very good engine, pulls well. In one of the videos on here, you see her with 9 on the back. She was quite happy with those the other day. And I think this is bringing the video to a close, which you may or may not be pleased to learn. But yes, I can see my corny finish coming up as she disappears into the sunset. Yes. Thanks for listening. Oh, and for watching. Bye bye.